20,000 Bitcoin is coming very soon. And this is coming with FOMO level still near bottom. Welcome to Daily Bitcoin and Cryptocurrency News. I am George. It is June 26th. So let's take a look at Bitcoin and discuss where it's going to go and when 20,000 is going to be here. So thanks for tuning in, guys. As always, those of you guys that are regulars, appreciate your support. Give me that thumbs up. Those of you guys that are new to the channel, new to me, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future streams or videos. All right, let's start out. Let's start out by looking at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's chart, which right now we're pressing against this resistance that I've shown you guys before. It's right around where we are now, 12,854. You could see it's just banging against that resistance right now. And I said that we might have a hard time, and I said that on my Twitter a couple times. So those of you guys that aren't following me on Twitter, make sure you do so. But I've said this could be a hard one to break. But once we break through it, there could be nothing stopping BTC. But the reason why I'm saying it could be hard is because we know Bitcoin went up a lot, especially during the last 2 weeks. I believe like 30-something%, almost 40% within the last 2 weeks. We have now 8 consecutive green days, which we haven't seen since 2017, and it only happened once. As far as I know, I went back pretty far. I only saw it once. So this is a rare occurrence to have a 9th green day. You know, that's tough. Plus, RSI is maxed out. Stochastic RSI is maxed out. RSI is maxed out. So from a short-term momentum perspective, it looks like BTC wants to take a breather. We haven't seen much red since back here. But all this could mean nothing because what's driving the market now is money, institutional money to be exact. And if they want to continue to buy, they will buy, and BTC will go up and up and up. And these 3 purple lines, after we break through where we are now, let's just say we break through 13,300, then 30,000, about 466. Let's just say 13,500, 13,800, and then you know what? I'll chart it then. But you know, we know that 15,000 is right around the corner, 17,000 is right around the corner, 20,000 is then right around the corner. So the title is 20,000 will come very soon. Well, how soon? Well, let's project a little bit, okay? So let's take a look. Can't really go out far enough, but let's change to BLX for a macro view of BTC. All right? Pretty easy. This is where our previous peak was. It's a little bit under 20,000, 19,900, something like that, right? Take a look at this recovery, this U. The way we're growing now, okay, even if we have a little bit of a stall right here, let's say we go down a little bit, continue up, right? Let's just say right here, this will form a pretty good U. And where does that put us? The very first week, actually second week, started the second week of August, which is only a month and a half away. And that's just, that's being conservative, assuming that we don't go sideways too much. If we continue to just go up, we could see it next week. We could see it by the end of this weekend, this coming weekend. But I do think that 20,000 is right around the corner. Even if we have a slight pullback or a few slight pullbacks, nothing is stopping this train at this point. So 20,000 BTC, I think it's going to come first or second week of August. Think about that. We went from 3,000 to 6,000 to 8,000 to 10,000 to around 13,000 now, and soon we will be at 20,000. I don't think any of us imagine how fast BTC will recover. or how fast it did recover, I should say, because it's tremendous, tremendous. And after 20,000, you know what's gonna happen? I drew this out. I drew this out because I'm like, okay, look at the last bull market from bottom to top, right? It took about 4 years. This is like 3.5 years. So I drew it out, but look at the way we are going now. This is not like a slight curve up. This is a parabolic hockey stick up. Man, after 20,000, who knows? If 20,000 comes by August, we could see 40,000 by October, 60,000 by November, and who knows, come Christmas time, usually around the holiday season, stock markets skyrocket. Maybe the Bitcoin time travelers, maybe his prediction is true, or maybe he is a time traveler and he knows what he's talking about. Can we possibly see 100,000 by the end of this year? If it happens, then I'm gonna believe what he says. The rest of the stuff that he said in the story, we better prepare for our travels to a Citadel. But I mean, 20,000, I really think it's right around the corner. I think at this point, no one is questioning it, and it's gonna come much sooner than people anticipate. So right now, to dial it down a notch, what we're looking at is this resistance right around 12,800. If we can't break through it, I anticipate, let me zoom in a little bit. If we can't break through it, we'll probably fall in between this range, which is like a 300-point range. If we do have a large correction, let's say, I don't know, some whales trying to play some games or something, want to manipulate the market, do some exploit, do something, what whales do what whales do. And if they try to drop the market, okay, we might fall down even to this blue line, right around 10,000. And that would be actually from 13,000 down to 10,000. That's a pretty large correction. All right, we're talking about almost 30%. So even if that happened, okay, that's not ideal. A lot of us don't want to see it, but some of us do want to see it so we can accumulate more BTC. Right now, the name of the game is to accumulate as much BTC as possible while you still can, while it's still cheap. Some of you guys may be looking at 12,800. You're saying it's not cheap. Well, it's not cheap compared to 3,000 or 6,000, but it will be cheap once Bitcoin goes to 20,000. It will be cheap once Bitcoin goes to 40,000. So the buying opportunity to buying Bitcoin cheap, the opportunity is slowly shrinking away. All right, so now let's move to this article from CCN. CCN actually, they're pumping out better articles now. Now, ever since they claimed they'll go shut down and now they're coming back, they actually have better articles. All right, so title, Bitcoin price can break beyond 50,000 or even 100,000 in 2019, predicts analyst. Okay, who is this analyst? eToro. eToro does they do a lot of quotes. Simon Peters, analyst at eToro, he goes on and says, he makes some good points. And one of them I didn't catch. I was talking about Google Trends, but I didn't put the two together, and he did it really well. All right, to quote, if the price of Bitcoin maintains its current parabolic trajectory, partly stoked by Facebook's foray into the world of crypto assets, it could reach all-time highs of 20,000 within the next 7 to 14 days. So that's even more bullish than what I just told you guys. I think it's going to come about a month and a half. But according to Simon Peters, he thinks it could come within the next week or 2 weeks, which very well could be the case. This was the approximate time frame to reach 20,000 from the last time we were at 11,800. Interesting. But here's the difference. 2017, when we're going up to 20,000 versus what's happening now, is different. And this is the reason why. He goes on and says, what's interesting about this rally is that it doesn't seem to be fueled as heavily by new retail investors as previous rallies to all-time highs. Retail investors, just so you guys know, just means average Joes, you and I. Looking at historic Google Trends data, the search terms for buy Bitcoin have typically spiked with the price as new retail investors jumped on the train. The fact that the trends data hasn't spiked with the price on this occasion suggests that new capital is instead coming from institutions, which bodes well for long term, as well as money from investors who have previously parked their funds in stablecoins such as Tether. So what is he saying? He's saying this, and I showed you guys this about FOMO. This is why I said level 10 FOMO is not here, because take a look at Google search trend. This is Bitcoin, not just buy Bitcoin, just people searching about Bitcoin, average people around the world searching Bitcoin. Look at where it was in the peak of 2017 and look at where it is now. We're nowhere close. FOMO did not hit. If I had to rate on a 1 to 10 scale, I mean, we're probably like a 3, okay? So all the money, all the action that we're seeing now is from institutional investors. That's the only way it makes sense, okay? Holders continue to hold. Retail investors, like you and I, those of us that's been in the game for a while, we may be adding more money into the game, but what's driving the market up by billions, tens of billions, hundreds of billions, that's institutional money coming in, right? And the fact that retail investors, average Joes, haven't really entered the game, that really means something. That means we could hit 20,000 even without hitting level 10 FOMO. And that's why maybe possibly we see 40,000, 50,000, 100,000 by the end of the year when FOMO truly spikes up to level 10. So I think that's a pretty good correlation or insight by Simon Peters. So that is number one. He thinks we could see it within the next 7 to 14 days. Who knows? Who knows? If we break through 13,000, we could see 14, 15,000 right around the corner, and 20,000 could be here much faster than any of us thinks. All right. I like this article. Hedge funds are now on the losing side of Bitcoin futures. Because, Bitcoin futures, a lot of those hedge funds, they think they're smart and they think they're going to make money by shorting Bitcoin, and they are losing. They're losing because Bitcoin continues to go up and up and up. And this also can help our case because eventually they're going to realize, well, I'm not going to make any money with shorting Bitcoin. I'm only going to continue losing money, so I better close that position and get on the long position and start accumulating Bitcoin. And you know what? That means more institutional money coming into the space. This is actually very, very positive at this point. And we know Ledger X, they just got approved. They got approved for the Bitcoin futures that's actually settled in Bitcoin, which means they actually have to buy and sell physical Bitcoin. It's not just based on cash. That is approved. So what does that mean? Backed by New York Stock Exchange or backed by ICE. That means their approval is coming right around the corner, and I know, that is going to cause a massive, massive influx of cash into the market. All right, massive. We're talking about tens to hundreds of billions. Okay. It's really go drive things up. It's exciting. It's exciting. All right, here's another article. Bitcoin's 2017 bull run was fueled by FOMO and hype. Present run more fundamentally driven, claims report. This is what I've been talking about forever. Okay, concentrate on the fundamentals. All right, the fundamentals is driving the market. It has been. It always has been. But fundamentals just has gotten much better in 2019. Before it was like, more like an anti-bank kind of thing. But now it's more like, okay, it's about adoption. How can we improve what we have? How do we improve efficiencies with cloud computing, with decentralized computing? How can we improve dApps with more secure and transparent dApps, right? So these kind of things, how do we replace the dollar with the digital dollar, right? How do we replace gold with a digital gold? So these are the stuff, the fundamentals that's just improving phenomenally in 2019. And I just showed you guys. This run right now is not fueled by FOMO. We're only at like level 3. We're nowhere close. If we were at level 10 as purely all FOMO, this would be spiking up right now. And it's nowhere, it's not even half. It's barely, it's a tenth. So honestly, if we were judging this on 1 to 10 scale, actually we would be at like a level 1 right now, not even a level 3. So that just kind of shows you, it kind of proves the case too. All right, and then this article shows, and someone did the work, Yasin, I'm bad with names just so you guys know, but he made a correlation that last time Bitcoin was down 80%, it took 3 times as long to get to where it is today. So why are we recovering faster? like I said, fundamentals is infinitely better in 2019. And plus, this time around, institutional investors are getting in. They don't want to miss out. They missed out on probably the last bull market, and they probably missed out on the one before. This time they're like, we're not going to miss out on Bitcoin hitting 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, $1 million. No, we want a part of the action. That is why they're entering the market. All right. What else is there? Are there actually news besides Bitcoin? Very rare. Here's one of them. Square app, their cash app, which allows buying and selling a Bitcoin, also transferring out. They didn't allow transferring in. It wasn't an official 100% wallet, but now they have opened that up. They are allowing users to deposit Bitcoin into the Cash App now. So you could utilize it to sell if you wanted to, and you could cash out to your bank account if you also wanted to. So it's just another option compared to, say, Coinbase or Gemini or any other of these other fiat exchanges. All right, Tron. Haven't talked about Tron. Tron just had their Independence Day, a big deal. They have been moving somewhat, but Justin Sun claims that stablecoins will be key to cryptocurrency development, and I'm going to say he's missing out on a big opportunity right now because he's backing Tether. He's backing it because I guess it's too late. They formed some kind of partnership, and he's going to be giving rewards of over 20 million Tether in 100 days. And he is claiming that Tether is important, stablecoins are important, and that's why he's backing it. Okay, that it's very necessary for financial apps or institutions to come onto Tron. Here's the missed opportunity. First of all, he knows there's Tether is kind of iffy or shady, right? Those allegations are not gonna go away. Okay, I think one day we will see Tether be in trouble, but they already said in court, not all reserves are backed by fiat. There are other. It was like 70% last time, and they had a whole bunch of 800 million locked away in some bank account. So they had to come out with their Leo token to make up for it. So there's just like weird things that's been happening with Tether and Bitfinex. But anyways. So Justin is a master at marketing, right? He already bought BitTorrent. Obviously, that's a big acquisition. He's moving forward with that, moving forward with Tron, right? Why would he not just take the opportunity to come up with his own stablecoin? That's the fad now. Everyone is doing it. Facebook is doing it. Why wouldn't Tron come out with a TRX or TRS or something, or STRX, and just do his own stablecoin? That has to be the easiest thing to do. You could just mint out coins and sell it for $1 and make it say it's backed by Tron or backed by BTT. Why would you risk a partnership with Tether, right? When you can create your own and make a lot more money. So I don't know the thought process behind this. Justin he could come out with a stablecoin and make it worth $1 billion the next day. So I think it's a missed opportunity for Tron. I think that's pretty much it. While I've been talking, 12,868. We're still having problems breaking through this, but maybe we break through it and we go to 13,000 within this stream. All right. Before I get to Q&A, I do have a sponsor today, Gion Network, and they actually have an app, and they're actually one of the top performing dApps out there. Because if you go to State of dApps, I wasn't aware of this website, but you look at the top used dApps, they're actually number 4. They already have this out. It's a location-based dApp with augmented reality, and if you visit locations, you get rewarded with their Gion coins. It's pretty cool. Their description or their URLs in the description, but take a look at this very short video, kind of explains things further. That actually looks pretty fun. If I actually traveled, I'm just like a hermit, and I just stay in my house like 99% of the time. All right, guys, it's time for Q&A. Like I said, we might see 13,000 during this stream, and right now we're pushing up 12,922. Bitcoin is trying to defy all odds. I mean, defy all indicators, I should say. All this is saying that we should be going down, but no, no, no. The institutional investors that are buying, they're saying yes, yes, yes. We're going to push higher, and that's what we're seeing now. And I don't think anyone's complaining. Orlando was good. Orlando was good. Disney was good. I visited Universal, which I actually met a fan, surprisingly. Florida was damn hot. I don't know how anyone lives in Florida. It's like 100 degrees every day. Look at that. 13,000. 13,000. So yeah, it was a good trip. And those of you guys, I'm not paid by Disney, but I got this fancy Disney VIP tours because I did sign up for the VIP tours. Those of you guys that are visiting Disney, and you should definitely look into that. It's a total breeze. You have a tour guide that just walks you through everywhere. They take you through the back entrances, unlimited fast passes, all these rides that you can't get a fast pass with. You can do it unlimited times, certain blocked out sessions for you. It's awesome, and they chauffeur you between the parks too. So it's a really good experience. First time. Those of you guys that are going to Disney, you should check out that. Now we're going back down again. I guess the market doesn't like me talking about Disney or Orlando. Bay Area says, going on vacation tomorrow. My wife said I'm not allowed to talk about BTC to her family. Just sneak it in. Just sneak it in there. Say, hey, did you hear about Bitcoin? Did you hear about it? Or what's better is you can wear this shirt. You can wear this shirt, then you don't have to talk about it, and you force them to ask you about it. Tim says institutional money is not in yet. This is all from Tether. No, it's not. No, it's not. Tether would be at like 30 billion if this is all from Tether. Okay, this is a lot of money flowing into the market, and this is not. Some people are still like saying, "Oh, this is just the alts going into Bitcoin and stuff like that." No, it's not. Look at the market cap. We're approaching 400 billion. Where did we jump? Where did this 100 billion go? If it was all from Tether, then Tether would be at 100 billion. So yeah, so even though yes, Tether has been printing more, but this, what we're seeing, is from institutional investors. We went up 100 billion within months. Okay, you can't just generate that out of thin air. 13,100 guys. We're flying now. We're flying. So the next point is 13,300. So if we hit that, then we're well on our way. We're on our way. Marco, you're gonna have fun, except it's just so damn hot. It's like 100 degrees, humid. So make sure you pack appropriately. George, not financial advice. Would you convert your bag of alts into BTC? Well, that's what I've been sharing about myself, because I said that very, very little altcoins can outperform BTC, especially if you look at the last 3 months. So I've been consolidating myself. All right, I've been consolidating, minimizing my altcoin holdings, putting a lot more into BTC. So I broke my 50-25-25 rule. The 50% of Bitcoin went way, way, way up because I don't want to see my BTC ratio go down. That's the biggest thing. Right now, it's kind of like, I guess it's kind of like a first world problem, okay? even though you hold alts, you're still making money. Like, look at Ethereum. It's up 11%. There's nothing wrong with that. If you had $1,000 in Ethereum, now it's worth 1,100. So you're still making money. The problem is you're not buying as much BTC with it anymore. The overall value of that Ethereum is less when you convert it to BTC because unfortunately BTC went up higher. So that's the thing. So your BTC ratio is actually decreasing. So it's kind of like a first world problem. You are making money, but you're just not able to buy as much Bitcoin now going forward. So that's the problem with altcoins. That's why I've loaded my BTC bags from my alts. And I'm waiting for altcoin season. I think that's going to come after we hit 20,000 because that's what happened the last time around. After we broke through about 1,200, 1,300 in 2017, that's when the altcoins started flying because it broke to all-time highs. Look at this, 13,166, 78, 90. Let's see how high this goes. Altcoin, can you tell me anything about BDT? I don't know what you want to know. BDT, basically, that's gonna be the bread and butter for Tron. They're gonna do everything: decentralized storage, decentralized internet, video streaming. Everything is gonna be through BTT, and they're trying to incentivize people on BitTorrent to use BTT. So that's gonna be the crypto within it, which is a big deal. 13,200. So it's a big deal, but you know, it's a lot. It's a lot that they're working on right now. You know what's happening? My button is kind of broken because I hit it too many times. But this is what's happening right now, guys. Lincoln, I haven't seen you back. I'm sorry to hear that. Quadrica was a complete scam, and the more they investigate, the more it seems like it was just a complete fraud to begin with. So I'm sorry to hear that, but you said you lost 70%, so you still have 30%. So that's still something, and that 30% still probably gives you an edge over a lot of people out there. It's getting volatile right now. Look at this. This is just bouncing up and down. It's getting volatile right now. Jerome, thanks. Thanks for being a loyal supporter. Rick says, I hate 2020 hindsight. Everyone wishes they bought more. Is QTM a good investment right now? I would wait. I would wait until this thing slows down because QTM just went up 30-something% just from a Mimblewimble announcement. Jesus Christ, man. 13,300. What did I say? I said we might see some big moves within the stream. I tend to have that effect, but be careful. Maybe, oh shoot. I thought my trading view got stuck because it's going up so much. It's defying the charts. It's defying the indicators, the signals, because this is showing that we should pull back, but institutional money is saying no, it's not gonna pull back because we want more. We want more now before we hit 20,000, and that was the name of the game. That was the name of the game in terms of my title on this topic, and those of you guys missed it, I'll kind of rehash it. But if you're new to the channel, you're new to me, and you like what you see, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm going to have a lot more of these, especially night sessions too, which tend to be looser and more fun because I'm usually drunk in those sessions. But if you want to learn how to make money, you want to learn how to make life-changing wealth, what you want to do is hit that subscribe button. You're not going to be disappointed. And for the rest of you guys, give me a thumbs up. So 20,000, the main topic I said, 20,000 could be right around the corner. Now, according to eToro analyst, he thinks about 7 to 14 days. I think it's going to come right around first to second week of August, which is about a month and a half. But who knows? Look at where it's going now. I mean, 13,000, almost 13,300. This is crazy. This is craziness. I missed the super chat here. Mitch, thank you for that. Finally in the green since December 17. Thank you for being here, George. Think it'll be smart to cash out initial investment when BTC is around 18,000. It could be 18,000, 19,000, 20,000. There is no right or wrong. Okay, just know that you should, when things are going up, no one wants to sell. That's the bottom line. Okay, no one likes to take profits. Taking profits is harder than buying the dips. I'll tell you that. It's 100% certain. No one wants to take profits, okay? Especially when things are going up crazily. But you got to discipline yourself. Just like dollar cost averaging, you want to do the opposite. You want to take profits on the way up, and only you know when to do that. So if you feel like it's enough or you're being too greedy, you don't want to risk it, take some off the table. It's okay. There's always going to be more buying opportunities, okay? We know, even though Bitcoin is going straight up like to a parabolic moon, there will be dips. There always is, okay? Look at it. Even though we went up so much here, look at it. There's always going to be red. It's not going to be like green bars forever up to 100,000. There will be dips. So, and the same thing applies with altcoins. I mean, with a lot of altcoins that's struggling right now, there will be dips. There always will be. And altcoins, it really isn't struggling, okay? Look at it. It's mostly in green. The problem is most of them is trailing BTC. That's the problem right now. I don't know why Omi's shot up recently. I know Qtum shot up because Mimblewimble. Vet VeChain shot up because of Walmart. I don't know who else. There's a lot of stuff that just shot up here for no reason. Phil, thank you. This is getting close to wife-changing wealth. Well, yeah, depending on how you look at it. You know, that's what I actually tweeted here. I don't know if I did tweet it, I think. Here we go. HODL for life-changing or wife-changing wealth. Depends on what you're looking for. Man, so many people tuned in. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Over 1,000 people. Everyone is excited. 13,200 within this stream. We went up, what, 400 points already? I mean, 400. This is getting exciting, but you know, FOMO hasn't really hit, right? I showed you guys Google Trends. You search Bitcoin. Let's just search buy Bitcoin. We're nowhere close. Take a look at that. I was searching with Bitcoin. Take a look at buy Bitcoin. It's like we're 8 out of 100. Okay, so we're nowhere close to FOMO, and this is even nowhere close to even here, right? Even before this happened, this was back in July, August. I mean, so what's happening now is FOMO with institutional investors. Okay, they are the ones that's FOMOing in. They're trying to prepare themselves for 20,000, 50,000, 100,000. At this point, 100,000 Bitcoin is going to come. It's just a matter of when, right? Is it going to be this year? Is it what the Bitcoin time traveler said? Is it going to be this year or is it going to be next year? But we know it's going to come, but who knows? After 20,000, it's the unknown. We've never been above 20,000. So what's going to happen? Is it going to be extreme FOMO then? Is institutional investors go FOMO hardcore? I don't know. But right now, it's not even retail investors that's driving the market. It's institutional investors. And they are FOMing hard. And you know, they're the ones that have tens to hundreds to billions to tens of billions to invest. Yeah, it's good. It's good, guys. And those of you guys that are tuned in late, let me show you this. This is why I think we're going to hit 20,000 within a month and a half, right? So this is a previous peak right around here. And take a look at this U shape. And if we're following the same path, boop, right up here, right around August 8th is when we're going to hit 20,000. And then, this is what's going to happen. Yeah, so this is what's going to happen. See, once we hit 20,000, Then we really start just doing this, and then we go up to 300,000. No, I don't think that's gonna happen. If that happened, that'll be bad. But yeah, I think it's once we hit here, who knows? We could start bouncing, very volatile like this until we finally get to the end where Bitcoin ends up being around $200,000, $300,000. But let's first things first, 20,000. I think it's gonna be first second week of of August, which is not very far off. Not very far off at all. It's a good day to be one percenters. Yes. And those of you guys are new to Bitcoin, I think most of you guys are regulars, but if you're new to Bitcoin, what you want to do is this. Here we go. This is what you want to strive for, okay? If you own or hold 0.28 BTC, you are part of the 1%. Okay, and when 0.28 BTC, when it was at 3,000, wasn't a lot, but now 0.28 BTC is starting to add up. We're talking about thousands. Okay, and as BTC continues to rise, and as more and more people want a piece of the pie, because BTC is scarce, there is a finite supply. Unlike anything out there in the world. That's investment, nothing is capped, okay, except Bitcoin. So as Bitcoin continues to rise and rise and rise, and as more and more people want it, think about it. To even own 0.28 BTC, you're part of 1%er. To own one full BTC, you're gonna be the upper echelon of BTC holders around the world, like the 0.1%er. And if you hold more than that, you go be sitting in a citadel as a king. Okay, so yeah, accumulate when you can. I was giving this speech a lot when we were at 20,000 back in 2017 when it was still early. When we were going up to 15, 18, 20,000, like basically day over day, I was saying, just think about it. Once we're at 20,000 and then once we're at 50,000, think about it. How hard it'll be to own even one BTC. How many people have 20,000 or 50,000 in a bank account to splurge on one BTC? It's nearly impossible unless you're already wealthy, right? So think about that. Think about that. Right now, at 13,000, things are still within reason, okay? You could still own 0.28 BTC, half a BTC, maybe buying one full BTC at a time is getting expensive, but it's going to be nothing when BTC is at 30,000, 50,000, 100,000. Imagine how many people can own one BTC at that time. It's going to be damn hard. So think about that. Dr. Chris says, do you think Walmart USA will adopt VeChain, or do you think the partnership will entice more retail onboarding? I think Walmart USA will adopt, but they might, I don't know if the regulators, they're afraid, like regulators looking at, the tokens, and they haven't really defined what's a utility and security token and all that stuff. I think they have to work all that out before that's going to happen. Man, more and more people are tuning in. That's awesome. Awesome, guys. 13,200. So, I mean, my resistance lines are like dead accurate. If I'm applauding myself on the back, because we're right up against this next point, which is around 13,300. We slightly hit it and came back down. So that is the next resistance point, but I don't think that's gonna really go hold BTC much longer. Then 13,466, then 13,800. I really thought 12,800 was gonna be a hard one to break right here, but I was wrong. It's just like boom, we're going past it. It looks like we're gonna have 9 consecutive days now. 9 consecutive days of green. Super chat. I can't keep all those BTC. I start selling linearly. If it goes to 20, okay, still okay. Yeah. Profit taking is never like you do it all at once. You just do it. You do it on the way up. That's how you do it. one of your transactions not confirmed for 6 hours. I don't know. You might want to double check that. I mean, sometimes it could go longer than that, so it just depends. You should always take profit. People always ask me that. You should always take profits. No, you should never be a greedy pig and ride it to the moon. Although that's what most people say. I'm telling you, taking profits is the hardest thing to do in investing. Hardest thing to do. I know you guys are feeling that because a lot of you guys are thinking we're going up too fast. You know, I should take some off the table. But then greed sets in and you're like, well, what if I take it off the table and it goes to 15,000 tomorrow? Well, it could, but maybe tomorrow it drops down to 11,000 too, right? You never know. You never know. But right now we do know the momentum is there, but we know that market is still early. The whales are still going to be whales. They could try to pull some games or do something to cause the market to crash, right? So you always have to make sure to take some off the table, have some cash on hand so that if a golden buying opportunity comes in, you can take advantage, right? That's the worst thing is when you're trying to buy, because I remember, I forgot his name. Sorry, I forgot your name. But someone was tweeting me like before when we were going up like this and someone's like, oh, I'm trying to transfer my money into Coinbase and it's just taking me 3 days and I'm going to miss out. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you don't have money on hand to take advantage of golden opportunities. So that's why it's important. Any predetermined selling points? 50, 100, 35? I don't know. I think 20,000 obviously would be a good point. After 20,000, it's unknown. Maybe every 10,000, maybe 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. Every 10,000, you take some out, right? Who knows what's gonna happen after 20,000? If we just like skyrocket to the moon to 100,000, or we start taking breathers, right? You can't chart it after 20,000. There is no charting because all these lines, these resistance supports, they go away. They don't exist anymore. Well, not the support because you'll say 20,000 is support, but all the resistance resistance point goes away. No one could chart it. No one can try to correlate what could happen because it's all gonna be the unknown. It's like flying in deep space with no stars around. You don't know what's gonna happen, right? It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting after we hit 20,000. Graham, that's good dedication. You have conviction, XRP, so kudos to that. But unfortunately, man, you are missing out on a lot of gains. A lot of gains. 80% correction. Who's talking about that? Maddie? What are you talking about, Maddie? Are you trying to be a troll? I guess yes, you're right, Jamal. You could use Fibonacci. You could still do stochastic. I mean, some indicators are there, but I like to stick with the basics. Stick with the basics. 13,300, guys. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the Bitcoin time traveler is right. Let's bring up that article since some of you guys are here. I am a time traveler from the future. I'm here to beg you to stop what you're doing. It's a very dire future because Bitcoin takes over the world. This was posted 5 years ago, okay? And I beg you not to look up this username because this person is one sick person, okay? I don't know why they chose that username, but don't look up who that is. All right. So according to Bitcoin Time Traveler, right? Here we go. Let's highlight this. On average, every year so far, the value of Bitcoin has increased about a factor of 10. $0.1 in 2010, $1 in 2011, $10 in 2012, $100 in 2013. And then, from now on, there's a slight slowdown as the value increased by a factor of 10 every 2 years. $1,000 in 2015. That came true. It came early, 2013. $10,000 in 2017. That came true, but we surpassed it. $100,000 in 2019, and $1 million in 2021. This is key. Can we actually hit 100,000 in 2019? Is that even a possibility? Now people are talking about it. It's very early. We're not at 20,000 yet. But can this happen? Because almost everyone is talking about it like it can. Bitcoin can break 50,000 or 100,000 in 2019. We're not talking about 2021 to hit 100,000. We're talking about, can it break it in 2019? It's like self-fulfilling prophecy almost now. Unless the Bitcoin time traveler is a true time traveler. And if that's the case, everything else he says is actually really sad, because the world is basically in shambles, and Bitcoin ruined it. So hopefully this is just a good guess, a good estimation. But oh Jesus, 13,400. Oh man, this is what's happening, guys. This is what's happening. $15K by tonight, maybe. I mean, we could hit 14K within the next hour or so. We could hit 15,000. I mean, I don't even know how to draw these lines anymore, because they're coming so fast, and there's very little. So let's go back here. Let's zoom in. All right. So what are some other lines we could look forward to? So beyond 13.8, the next one would be right around here. Be 14.1, then 14.5, right? And then maybe that one's too small. I would say more like this. 14.9, and then 15 here. I'll just do the 15.1. There's a few small ones here, but I think those are going to be too quick. So that's what we got to look forward to. I should start deleting some of these lines, because I just don't think we're ever going to go back to them. Like 7,500, no, we're not going to go there anymore. 8,300, no, we're not going to go down there anymore. So maybe we have some crazy correction, maybe down to 10,000. I could see that. Maybe that's a possibility from where we are. But, man, these lines are so close together now. I don't like that. I'm going to try to fix that. All right, guys. If you guys got nothing else, maybe it's time to go and I could eat. Those of you guys that are enjoying this, make sure you hit a thumbs up, okay? Super chats are always welcome also. Hint, hint. But yeah, if you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. And if you want to learn how to make money with life-changing wealth through Bitcoin, then you definitely want to subscribe. And also, oh, well, that's always relevant, but also follow me on Twitter, because I tell you guys a lot of stuff through it. Don't leave. Am I like a good luck charm? Let me check my portfolio. I haven't checked it in like 2 minutes, so I better check it. If you guys haven't checked your portfolio since the beginning of the stream, you should, because it's just nuts. Weber, thank you. It is nuts. One of my best friends just texted me. He's like, I'll read you exactly what he says. 13.2 is out of control in my book. No stock's historical performance to compare. And I'm itching to sell my other half because he likes to take profits. Yeah, you can't compare stocks to this. There's no stock that could go up this much. The S&P went up 50% in the last 5 years. Bitcoin went up 50% in the last like 2 weeks. This is why we're in it. We're in it. Okay, this is why And I'm glad a lot of you guys stuck around. I started looking at my videos from last year. They're somewhat depressing. Like around this time last year, Bitcoin was at 6,000 and then soon dropped to 3,000. It was very depressing. People did not want to hear what I had to say in terms of focusing on long term. This is just a drop in the bucket. It doesn't matter if you buy at 3,000, 6,000, 10,000. Once we go above, it's not going to matter. It's going to be like a rounding error. People didn't want to hear that message, okay? But those of you guys that did, that stuck around, that either hodled or continue to cost average, now you are reaping the rewards because just as, you know, we're going up just as fast as it went down, okay? It's completely the opposite now. And, yeah, we're going to see 15,000, 20,000 right around the corner. FOMO is not here. That's the surprising. FOMO is not here yet. Yes, the friend that likes Tesla. Oh, let's all price a Tesla right now. Let's give them some free press. How much does a Tesla cost? Tesla actually costs a lot, unless you're going to a Model 3. But if you go to a Model 3, and they're everywhere now, so I'm not really a fan of Model 3. But you go to Performance Model 3, 0 to 60 in 3.2, it kills pretty much all cars out there. It kills my Ferrari too. But yeah, how much is this? 59,000. One thing I hate about Tesla is they show you the price after potential savings, like your tax breaks and all that stuff, and calculating gas and all that stuff. I think that's a little gimmicky. They should just show you what the purchase price is. So performance Tesla is $60,000. So how many BTC do you need for that? Let's see. So rather than buy a Tesla, divide by 13.4. You only need 4.5 BTC to buy this. Okay? But once Bitcoin hits 50 or 60,000, let's just 60,000, you only need one Bitcoin to buy this. Once Bitcoin hits 100,000, then you only need 0.5 Bitcoin to buy this. Okay? So right now is not the time to be splurging on Teslas or Lambos. But it's nice to look at, but you don't want to miss out on those gains. Why would you want to miss out on those explosive gains? This is like once in a lifetime opportunity. Performance Model X with ludicrous mode, $122,000. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. But maybe in the future, not maybe, in the near future, that's only going to be one Bitcoin. That's it. Yeah, the volume is just going up and up and up. This is just crazy volume and crazy number of consecutive days. We're almost at 13,500. It's just shattering through all this. I mean, none of these resistance really matter anymore. None of these indicators matter anymore. We're just go fly to the moon at this point. There's too much institutional FOMO right now. Not even retail investor FOMO. Retail investor FOMO didn't even start. We're barely on the scale. 8 out of a scale of 100. Okay. So yeah, if this was 1 to 10 scale, like Tom Lee Fundstrat says, level 10 FOMO, we're at level 1 FOMO among the retail investors. This is driven by the institutional investors, and they have a lot of money. A lot of money, okay? A lot of money. The Vegas party, yes, I do want to have a Vegas party after we hit 20,000. I gotta plan it out because that might be a lot sooner than people anticipate. All right, guys, I'm gonna go. I'm hungry. This has been a good one. I know you guys are excited. You guys want to go back to you checking your portfolio every 10 seconds. Here's a tip: before you check your portfolio, do 10 push-ups. All right, that'll benefit you health-wise and get you motivated. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, like I said, don't miss out on my future streams. If you want to make money, you want to make life-changing wealth, you hit that subscribe button. You're not going to regret it. And I like to end my sessions with a message from CERN Labs because you know what? They're a big fan of Ripple. All right, take care, guys. Bye-bye.
What do you think about Ripple?
Well, I mean, I think it's too centralized, but I definitely want to meet Chris Larson.